Hello everyone and welcome to What the Math. This is Anton and today we're going to be celebrating the 10,000 subscribers on the channel. Now, whoever you are, 10,000 subscribers, thank you and welcome. And the way we're going to celebrate this is by answering a few questions, making a few comments, and of course, flying at the speed of light past several of the objects in our solar system, specifically planets and certain other objects that we all love and adore. But to make this a little bit more special, what I decided to do is actually I'm going to show you where it all started. Specifically, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of my math classroom at my school where I currently work, where I actually started the channel something like a year or possibly over a year ago. And so, as we're flying past these objects at ridiculously high speeds, specifically speed of light of course, we're going to be talking about, well, let's actually just talk about the first thing. And the first thing is, of course, the question. So why What the Math? What does What the Math mean? Now, of course, What the Math started as a math channel. This is a channel that was essentially for me to try to explore different mathematical concepts, but it has now grown to become a learning through video games channel where essentially, as a community, we're going to be learning through your suggestions, of course. This is where you ask questions or where you suggest videos. And we're going to be learning various topics, various themes, various interesting tidbits about math, science, universe, and everything else. Basically, all kinds of topics, including history, and of course, more recently, Star Wars and Star Wars universe, where I'm going to be answering various questions and teaching you about all kinds of really cool stuff. And so essentially, all of these videos are video games, but they're also very educational and will always teach you something interesting. Now, the word math itself in here might be a little bit misleading. Math means knowledge, and specifically here we're referring to polymath, and of course this is the main purpose for this channel, is to become a polymath, become a wielder of many different knowledges. Poly refers to many and math refers to knowledge. And so with time, this is what the channel is going to become. It's going to become a repository of educational video game footage that will entertain, but also teach you stuff that other video game YouTubers don't actually usually do. And as I mentioned in some of my previous videos, and as some of you may know, I also learned many different things through video games, including English. I actually did not really speak English very well until I was in my early teens, and ended up perfecting my English by playing games like Diablo 1 and a very old MMORPG called Asheron's Call. I've also learned history by playing games like Hearts of Iron and Total War, and also perfected my math skills through different management games and various MMORPGs that required excellent organization skills. And I think video games today have reached such a tremendous potential to teach pretty much everything you need to know to be a successful human being. And I think this is exactly where I want to guide this channel and what I would like to create on this channel in a few years. Now, you may also not know much about me, and a lot of you often ask the same question. Like, actually the most popular question on this channel for some reason is whether I am Bulgarian. And the answer is no, I'm not Bulgarian. I am from Canada, but I do have Russian roots in my ancestry, which is why my name is Slavic. I also speak, obviously I speak Russian, but I also speak French on top of my mother tongue, which of course is English. And I currently live and work in South Korea, and I work for one of the many international schools as a math teacher. I teach high school math. Now, my love for space and everything extraterrestrial came from early childhood. I think I was really impressed by the early Star Wars movies and also a TV show called Babylon 5 that basically shaped my understanding of Newtonian physics and made me want to explore more of this space stuff on my own. I later graduated with a master's degree in math and science, but I chose to become a teacher and relay all of my passion to my students, and now actually you, wonderful viewers. And let's actually take a very brief walk through the classroom where it all started. It doesn't really look like anything special, but you'll notice there's a lot of Minecraft stuff around, there's a lot of video game related things, and of course a lot of nerdy mathematical stuff that just teaches you a little bit more about math. And the desk you see in the background in the corner, that's essentially where all of this began, where I actually started to make videos and where some of the first What the Math videos were actually created. And I think just like so many of you, especially those of you who started your own channel and it just doesn't really work well. I was actually also struggling. I wasn't really getting many views at first. It was really difficult to attract any attention, and really I was just making these videos because it was kind of fun and because I actually enjoyed explaining things that many people didn't understand. And at some point I realized that it's actually a lot more fun to teach all of these concepts if I use video games. So I started with Minecraft at first, then I tried a few other games, and eventually it led me to Space Engine, to Universe Sandbox 2, and to Kerbal Space Program. There's obviously a lot more other games I've used and will be using, but those three became my main foundation. And I think those of you who are still young YouTubers who are basically just starting up, what I really have to tell you is, don't give up, keep trying. Make sure that you love what you're doing and just keep doing it. You'll definitely make it big if you persist and if you basically persevere. And just like I showed you in the very recent video where I kind of explained the math behind the YouTube growth, you can definitely grow your channel to be very, very, very large if you just keep trying and if you don't stop. And actually, one thing I wanted to mention is that, well, first of all, thank you for everything, guys and girls, of course. And thank you for being such amazing viewers. Thank you for being so supportive. And of course, thank you for the 10,000 subscribers that we managed to achieve altogether. And actually, this week is my 33rd birthday. And I think this is actually one of the best birthday presents I've gotten so far. So all I have to tell you is, let's continue to explore the universe and grow together in the amazing knowledge that's out there. And I really hope you enjoyed this short video, and I hope you enjoyed flying through all of these awesome objects at the speed of light, and you also learned a little bit about me and about this channel. Now before I finish, I actually wanted to mention that if you do want to contact me, the best way to do so is actually through Facebook, through What Da Math channel, because that's where I usually reply almost right away. It has become a little bit difficult to reply to every individual comment. Even though I do continue to do so, it's actually a lot more challenging than you can imagine. So if you do want to contact, if you want to make a suggestion, ask a question, or just basically chat to me, the best way to do so is through What Da Math on Facebook, and the link for this channel is, or for the page is actually in the description below this video. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Game you later, guys, and bye bye.